Hi all, today I will explain what is Wi-Fi MAC filter and URL filter and how we can use this security feature to enhance our Wi-Fi router's security. So let's start, and the agenda of today's video is introduction to MAC and URL filtering, MAC address filtering, URL filtering, white and blacklist. At the end, we will be having demo. So before that, you will be wondering that what is MAC address. So MAC address is a unique hardware identifier assigned to the device network interface for communication within a local network. So each device have MAC address. Suppose this MAC is having this MAC address. This any IoT device will be having MAC address. Any phone will be having MAC address. So this is basically the number we can say that is assigned to each network devices so that they can communicate within a network. So here we have MAC and URL filter, but we will see what is MAC filter. The MAC filter, also known as the Media Access Control Address filter, which is a security feature commonly employed in the computer networks to control access to the network based on the MAC address of devices. With the help of MAC address filter, we can restrict or allow any device in our network to use network resources through our network. Here we have two modes, white and blacklist, which we will discuss in next slide. Here we have URL filter. URL filtering in a router is a feature that allows network administrators to control access to websites based on their URLs. In URL filtering, we are basically restrict or allow users to access any website through our network. Here as well we have two modes, white and blacklist. Whitelist. List of approved MAC addresses that are allowed to access the network. Means network devices whose MAC address is present in the list of MAC addresses, those devices only able to use the network resources like internet. Here we have Wi-Fi router and suppose three devices whose who is basically connected to the network with the internet. Okay, so suppose these three devices are present in the whitelist. Other than these three, not able to use the internet services. Similarly, we have blacklist, list of unauthorized or blocked MAC addresses that are not allowed to access the internet. Okay, if the MAC address of any device is present in the blacklist, will not able to use internet service, although whether the device is connected to the Wi-Fi router and three devices. Here we have three devices present in the blacklist. Now all are connected to the Wi-Fi router, but not able to connect to the internet. Next is URL filter. Means user is only able to access those websites whose URL is present in the whitelist URL filter. Here we have one example where Wi-Fi router and there is one device which is connected to the Wi-Fi router and the user is accessing Google but not able to access it. Why? Because the Google is present in the blacklist. That's why user not able to access it, although the user is connected to the Wi-Fi with internet access. And let's see demo. first access to this 192.168.1.1 routers page. And here we have list of devices connected to the network. Okay, if we want to restrict this MAC address, then what we have to do, we just have to, okay, in the internet section, just go to security and filter criteria, and then here we have just turned off this filter feature. Now let me on it, and here now apply in MAC address. Here I have just added my MAC address. So let's see whether I'm able to connect to the internet or not. You can see I have added my Mac into the blacklist, and here see I'm not able, although I'm connected to the Wi-Fi, but not able to access this page. Not even just Apple site. Although if I connect to the Google, no, it will just not allow me to access it. So if I simply select this whitelist, means the MAC address, my MAC address is part of whitelist. That means now after applying, now I will be able to access it. If I select any of the site, I will be able to access. Okay. Similarly, we have URL filter. Here I have restricted two sites, Google and YouTube. Let me turn on this and now apply. Let's check whether I am able to access Google or not. Okay, let's see why we are still able to access it, because here I have restricted google.com and here you can see google.in. Let me correct this and access.com. Here we go. We're not able to access it. Further, if you see other site, which is YouTube, let me copy it. Here we go. We're not able to access it because the URL is part of blacklist. Let me whitelist, and now let's try google.com. Why? Because we haven't applied this feature. Now, see, here we go. So that's the difference between Wi-Fi MAC address filter and URL filter. In MAC address, we are directly adding the MAC address there, although we can select any of the device connected to this network. Okay. Similarly, we can add any URL by simply typing it is just an alias, and this is a URL that you have to enter. Suppose Facebook. Apply. First, let's see whether we are able to access it or not. Here we go. We can access it. Similarly, let me blacklist this, and now let's refresh this page. Here we go. We are not able to access it. Okay, so that's the difference between MAC address filter and URL filter. Yeah, thank you so much.